the blueprint.
An absolute must-see.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again. Stay tuned, keep your eyes glued, make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing, the blueprint gets it in.
Welcome to the Blueprint Show. Who could possibly have it better than us? Nobody. This your man, Michigan Man Ray.
And your boy Zeke.
We're going to get right to it. We got a special guest with us. Everybody knows about Nakobe Dean, who was just recently offered here by Michigan, the number one player down in Mississippi. And we have his head football coach, Coach Boyette. How are you, sir?
Doing great today. Glad to be talking football with some guys.
Yes, awesome. So, Coach, just a little bit about your high school, the level of competition you guys playing down there in Mississippi. Let the Michigan fans know a little bit about it.
Horn Lake High School, we play in the largest classification in the state of Mississippi, which is a 6A division. Typically a team or two within our region will be ranked top 25 in the nation. A lot of people familiar with South Panola High School, which is a team in our region that's perennial powerhouse, has been top 20 team in the nation several times, and so it's the highest level of football, high school football, in the South. It's just really good football.
Coach, this is Zeke.
Hey, Zeke.
One of the hey, buddy, how you doing? And thank you again for your time today. One of the things I've always wanted to know about, really high-end kids like a Willie Gay and a Cam Akers and those kids that had Michigan offers just a year ago, it's pretty widely known, at least to Michigan fans, that to not get our hopes up too much with a Mississippi kid, because getting them to leave home is next to is next to getting your 16-year-old son to have a clean room. Almost impossible. So just talk about a little bit. Obviously, with the kids there's some strong ties to remain, either at home or in the SEC. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think kids are comfortable with what they're familiar with, and in this area, when you turn TV on, you see Southeastern Conference football. You don't follow the Big Ten as much typically. But one thing I will tell Michigan fans is keep their hopes up, because the only player to my knowledge that ever signed with Michigan out of the state of Mississippi was Jeremy LeSueur.
You're exactly right.
Okay, I coached him. So
wow, now that is awesome.
Okay,
that is awesome.
So now we got Nakobe Dean, and so I think that would make a great trivia question somewhere down the road. Who was the only coach to coach both players from the state of Mississippi that signed with Michigan? So whoever's listening in on this, just jot my name down, because that may win you some, points at a trivia game at a local sports bar.
Yeah,
go ahead and give him that spelling. Coach, go ahead and give him that last name spelling, because I'm serious that's going to happen. that trivia question.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. That's Boyette.
Awesome. Now, Coach, speaking of
but
Nakobe,
back.
No, go ahead, Coach.
I need to expand on that. I mean, I got kind of off track, but kids staying in the South, staying close to home. I think typically, like I said, what they're familiar with. The other thing you have to keep in mind too is, what are the means of the family? If a kid goes to Michigan, there's going to be 4 or 5 times a year during the school year where that player's going to want to come home. Does the family have the means in order to get them home? Does the family have means to go see them play? I think that figures in, and which keeps a lot of players in proximity. Just so that the family has a viable opportunity to go watch them play, and there is an opportunity for them when they have a break to get home.
That's great insight, Coach. Really, that is that's obviously great information for our Michigan fans, because that's something that you really don't think about as much. You know, a lot of the fans tend to only see the peripheral and say, well, you know, we'll never get those kids because of reason A or B, and a lot of times it has nothing to do with the things that you talked about. So we appreciate the insight for sure on that. Go ahead, Ray.
I'm real excited for two reasons. If it's going to shift, it's going to be because of Coach Harbaugh. Number one. Number two, we got the coach on the phone with us right now who sent us the only stud that we had out of Mississippi when we got Jeremy LaShore. So I'm really excited. Now, Coach, you coaching Nakobe Dean. Tell us about Nakobe. What kind of kid is he on the field, off the field? What kind of player and student is he?
When I talk about Nakobe, I start off the field because, you know, with the internet, you know, and all the, you know, most fans or most people that really follow recruiting, you know, most fans have seen the huddle video and that. But what makes Nakobe special is not on the field; it's off the field. It's the fact the young man's in accelerated classes with a 4.09 GPA. He's, you know, he's already made upper 20s on the ACT. He did that as a ninth grader. You know, he's involved in several organizations outside of school. Very active in 4-H club. Just the total package as a young man. I mean, he is a kid you want your son to be, and that has nothing to do with football. I'm talking about, you know, his off the field contributions back to his community, the way he handles his classroom. Just it's all there. I will tell this story. Now, which I have players come into my office from time to time, and I'll just throw a question at them, and it's just you know, let me get to know you a little bit better. And Nakobe was in my office, and I said, Nakobe, what's your biggest fear in life? And I've asked that question to other kids, and it's, you know, sometimes it's snakes, sometimes it's heights. Asked Nakobe, I said, what's your biggest fear? And his answer was making a B.
Wow.
I said,
that is awesome.
I said, okay. He said, yeah. He said, I said, well, I thought you were going to say snakes or heights. He said, well, I'm not really afraid of heights, and I'm not ever really anywhere around where I think snakes might be. But I go home every day, and my first thought is I've got to get this done, because if I don't, I'm going to make a B.
Wow.
So that's what kind of kid you're dealing with.
Wow, sounds like a remarkable young man. Now, obviously, Coach, like you said, we had a huddle. We have different things that we see. You were coaching him every day. What kind of player is he on the field? Talk a little bit about his skill set. And, you know, obviously you've been a while. You know, so talk to us about that.
The thing that makes Nakobe is not he goes to practice every day, and he practices like it's fourth down in the fourth quarter. And every play at practice is like that. Every drill at practice is like that. You know, tremendous, you know, I guess, you know, kind of catchphrase, you know, high motor. And he's extremely high motor, attention to detail. And that starts on the practice field, and he carries it over. What type of player is he? He is, you know, I think from, you know, I know, you know, from watching Michigan play, you had a guy there that moved around and played several different spots. Peppers.
That's him.
And you know, I think Nakobe is a similar player. He's 6 foot, 220 pounds. You know, it's going to be somewhere in the high 4.5s, 40. You know, tremendously strong. You know, he has a motor, and he's going to get to the ball, and it's I think all those things together is what makes him what he is. And you know, and we talked about earlier. We talked about his intelligence and his attention to detail in the classroom. Well, he does that same preparation for a game. So, I mean, his anticipation of what's about to happen, he's prepared for, just because he's diligent in his film study and no preparation.
Oh, that's awesome.
Coach. I'll just go back to off the field quickly. He sounds a lot like a kid on the team right now, a kid by the name of Rashawn Gary, who takes his off the field, preparation, whether it's class, whether it's, no matter what it is, these kids decide that, they have to be the very, very top of it, regardless if they're competing against someone else or themselves. They feel like they have a yearning to excel. And I know Michigan fans will be super excited hearing what you're saying about him off the field, because those are usually the kids that Michigan has the best chance with, and you'll see a lot of like-minded kids on that roster. So I know that'll get our fan base for sure super excited just hearing, the kind of young man he is off the field. I got to tell you, for me, that's more exciting than the on the field, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, when the coaches came by during spring recruiting and left information. I mean, it was a non-contact period, so obviously the coaches there couldn't speak directly to Nakobe, but they were able, they could come by and leave information. And there was, and I may not have this exactly right, but there was some of the information that was left there. There was a comment about Michigan having 100 majors that rank in the top 10 of public universities in America. Well, with all the, there was, a picture of, players running on the field and what bowl games and, just other football-related stuff. But that bit of information caught Nakobe's attention. He said 100 majors that rank in the top 10. Now, that was more important than what bowl game they played in last year or the year before, or, who went to the NFL. He was looking at, okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is a place that I can play at a high level of football. I play a high level of football and also get a degree that'll get me in the door, whatever postgraduate work I want to go into.
And that's awesome. I always say, Coach, that Michigan's a special place for special people to do special things. Matter of fact, I say it so much that I'm starting to trademark it now. And it sounds like Nakobe's a special player that fits the mold of, Michigan, the Michigan difference and everything. So I'm really, really excited, Coach. And, me and Zeke, we be on the road. We got a TV show as well. So we want to put you guys down as one of our stops for this upcoming season. So, once you get that schedule, we'll correlate. I think this is something that the Michigan fans will be excited for us to bring, because even as he got that offer Saturday, we were so excited because I've been waiting on Michigan to offer this kid. I mean, the number one player down in Mississippi. I mean, he's a stud. And like you said, we see the huddle and everything. And talk about how he felt when he got that Michigan offer.
Well, it was kind of a funny moment because we were I had taken him along with a couple other players down to LSU to they had their elite camp, in which Nakobe and I've got a couple others that were a part of that. And we got there, and one of the first things we did was we took him. We went on a tour, and we were standing right in the middle of Tiger Stadium, and I got a text message. I just looked at my phone, and it was from Coach Harbaugh. Said, "I've got some exciting news for Kobe. Call me when you get a chance." Well, obviously I knew what that meant, and I was just standing. We're standing dead middle of Tiger Stadium, and I showed the text message to Nakobe, and he kind of lit up like a Christmas tree. And one of the coaches there, obviously with LSU, said, "Hey, what's that?" And I said, "Well, Michigan's in the game now." And they said, "Oh, okay. All right, well, let's, So, but, Nakobe has LSU is going to be a factor all the way to the end, because, Nakobe's a loyal person, and he knows, they were the first. they offered when no one else had offered. So, but I think it'll be, I'm not speaking for Nakobe, but just kind of my gut feeling. I think, as it gets to the end, it's going, LSU, Michigan, and then, probably Alabama, and then possibly one of the in-state schools.
Yep. So it come down to the wire. That's what's pretty good. All you can ask for is a shot in this game.
Yeah.
Sounds like the usual suspects.
Yeah, and there's the thing that's going to make the difference with Nakobe is, he's a different kid. I've never heard him ask a coach a question about what's your depth chart look like. Where kids are asking questions, kind of seeing, basically what they want to know is how easy is it going to be for me to play. I've never heard him ask that question. His questions are always academic side. How much, what's your academic support system like? What's the, how does the university and the football team work together with, for scheduling classes? Do we get, I'm looking at being in a lot of labs. Right now he's thinking pre-med. So there's those types of questions. So I think the school that lays that out for him best is going to be a front runner, no question. And I think Michigan's been in that boat several times before because of their, reputation with academics.
Seems like academics is very important, and I love Michigan academic program. And like you said, we got all those top 10 finishes with all those majors. So, Michigan should be in it down to the wire, no doubt about it.
Hey, Coach,
I think that's a given.
I'll ask this. Talk about your upcoming season. I mean, like I said, I'm down in Georgia, and I'm in the thick of it, Coach. I do a mouthpiece program with a bunch of orthodontic practices that I do marketing for, and so I got this custom mouth guard thing going. So I've been at the Corky Kell and the 7-on-7s, and it's just like football never stops down here. It's a lot different than the Midwest. So just talk about how practice is going. How is he with the other kids on the team in terms of his leadership, and and what's your projections for this year? I mean, with a talent like you have,
we're ready to get started. Every summer it just seems like it's just at a snail's pace. I'm ready to line up and play. I know our kids are ready to line up and play. We've got, last year we were 9-3, and most of our we've got 9 starters returning on offense. Big question mark going into the year is our defensive line. We lost 4 defensive linemen to graduation last year, so we've got some young guys that are going to plug in there, and that's going to be that's our big question. But until we play, we can't answer that question. But like you said, football is year round here, like it is in Georgia. The state mandates that we take. We have one week we consider a dead week, in which that's next week, the week of 4th of July. But other than that, we're going 3 and 4 days a week, and if you throw in a camp on the weekend, it turns into 5 or 6 days a week. And we got an eager bunch of that's working hard. They're ready to play, and I'm ready to see them play. I can't wait till August 18th gets here.
I can hear it in your voice, Coach. Me too. Sound like a good football coach right there. Good stuff, Coach. Good stuff. I'm excited about it. Yep. You got any last words, Zeke? Coach? Anything else you want to say, Coach? You want to share, talk to the Michigan fans before we go? And we also want you to know, Coach, you got an open door policy with us. You can come on anytime. You want to talk about a big game coming up, keep us updated on, what's going on with Nakobe and some of your other players. Feel free to just let us know. We bring you right back on the radio.
Oh, well, thank you. I just like to say that, thank you guys. Thank you for what you do. And I mean, I know I can sense the love you have for the sport, but what you're doing for young men and giving them, opening doors and giving them chances, and that's just that's remarkable what you're doing. And as a coach, I just say I really appreciate that.
Oh, man, Coach, I appreciate you, and I thank you for that, Coach. I can't wait to meet you and get some of that good food down there. I know you know all the good spots, Coach.
I guarantee you, you come by, give me a little bit of warning, and we'll find us a place to get full. I promise you that. And you guys just like to, our doors are open. You mentioned coming by, maybe doing a game or something like that. Come on anytime, and I'm gonna get you a schedule sent out to you here shortly, and look forward to meeting you guys.
Looking forward
Coach,
to meeting you.
I appreciate the kind words as well. And you sensed it correctly. Michigan Man Ray and myself have a passion for the sport, and an even bigger passion to seeing young men succeed and have families and all those things that go above and beyond the game, with obviously their spirituality and all those important things that obviously that we learn about as we get older. We try and give it to them as soon as they can get it. So we do appreciate the words and go blue. And like Michigan Man Ray said, if there's other kids, other names, once you guys get situated and that we can help, get some exposure and get their huddle tape on social media and get these other kids some offers, we'd be more than willing to help you guys with that too. So thank you.
Absolutely. I think we've got 5 kids right now that have Division I offers, and some of them are not the offers that they want to get a little better, but we've got a good group of kids, and I'd be glad to pass those names along to you.
Sounds good, Coach. We appreciate you taking the time. Know you're busy getting ready for August the 18th, man. I'm ready, too, for some football, Coach. You guys plan on visiting anytime soon? What about the barbecue?
That was mentioned for the first time yesterday, and I think, is that July the 29th?
Yes, sir, July 29th.
Okay, and matter of fact, I am meeting tonight with Nakobe's mother, and we're going to see if that's something that is feasible that we can make happen.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed at Blueprint, Coach, because it'd be great to have him up there. And that we always hear and have seen those kids have a great time at that barbecue.
Yeah, I'm sure. That I've had the opportunity to visit Ann Arbor, and beautiful place, beautiful campus, and just you walk in that stadium, and it's just nostalgia and reputation, and I got goosebumps right now just thinking about the time I walked down that tunnel and out on that field. That's an incredible place.
Woo! Yes, sir. I'm getting excited over here, Coach.
Yeah.
Woo, you can just
and the thing, and the day that I did that, it wasn't a game day. It was an empty stadium. I can't imagine what it's like when it's 110,000 in there.
Coach, it's one of the best experiences in the world. Especially it starts with the tailgate though. Get up early, you tailgate, man. You meet some amazing people, man. The love and the passion that they have for Michigan football. You talking football all morning. You go to the alumni table, man. It's just an exciting time in the atmosphere, man. Then the game kickoff, man. It's just that stadium is just, oh man. It's just words can't even describe the feeling you get with all those fans in there cheering, man. They come running out that tunnel and touch the banner. Oh man, I hope you guys do get to come up to a game this year. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would really enjoy that. That'd be a lot of fun. And
sure.
If we're out of the playoffs, then that frees up time. So selfishly, I hope we're still playing ball, and I don't have time to make it up there.
Yes, sir, Coach. You guys gonna be playing.
Yeah,
we want you to be playing.
Yeah, our state championship is the first week in December, so I think that I'd like to be playing ball that week, and not looking for a game to go to.
Right, exactly. Me too, Coach.
Trust that us, the fans, will understand, Coach. We will understand.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you catch the bowl game or something.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Coach, for taking the time out to talk to us. It was great talking to you, man. I'm quite sure we're going to do this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys again for all you do, and thank you for, and I'll say thank you for all the kids across the country that, you mentioned their names on the radio and just, opening doors for them. That's just remarkable what you do, and I'm going to say it's not going unnoticed.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Y'all have a great day, too.
Be sure to catch the Blueprint Show with Michigan Man Ray every Monday.